We are in the 22nd chapter of Matthew today, and we work through one of the most difficult times in Jesus' life as we work through time when he is tested by both the Pharisees and Sadducees at the same time. Now, who were these Pharisees and Sadducees who tested Jesus? They were both religious leaders and political leaders in the Roman established government of Israel at that time. Rome had invaded Israel and took it very quickly. And the Pharisees and Sadducees both became loyal to Roman government as a matter of, shall we say, convenience and of helpfulness to themselves, both. Now, they were both loyal to the Roman government. In fact, one of the branches of the Pharisees was Herodians, who were loyal to the Roman Empire. A king appointed by the Roman government, loyal to Rome, was in power in Jerusalem at the time. Both the Pharisees and Sadducees knew that king was loyal to the Roman government and played that very strongly in order to remain in power. Now the Herodians, a branch of the Sadducees, was the Roman appointed king in Israel at the time. And both the Pharisees and Sadducees were also religious leaders. Now, the Sadducees were a group of people who not only were loyal to Rome, but they were also the leading interpreters of the Old Testament as we know it today, and they were very loyal to the Roman people, the Roman leadership. So within that context, we look at the Pharisees and Sadducees teaming up together today to attack Jesus and to also make up for any lost time they feel like they had in accusing him of various problems and various interpretations. Now, as we remember that the Sadducees were experts in the Old Testament law, we can remember that they knew the law very well, and not only did they attack Jesus at this point in time, but later on, when the Christian movement began to flourish and get moving in Israel, they attacked the Christians too. And in fact, if I remember correctly, arrested some of them and put them to death. Within that context, we find in chapter 22 that these two groups, the Pharisees and Sadducees, teamed up together to trip Jesus into making a mistake, trying to make a mistake, trying to trip him up, rather. And in opposition to their attempts to trip him up, we're studying where Jesus, in fact, tripped him up. It was a difficult situation they tried to put him in, an even more difficult situation that they found themselves in when Jesus finished up with them. So in the 22nd chapter, verse 15, we have the Pharisees went and plotted together how they might trap him in what he said, that is Jesus. They sent their disciples to him along with the Herodians, saying, "Teacher, we know that you're truthful and teach the way of God in truth and defer to no one, for you are not partial to any person or group. Tell us then." See the flattery? Yeah. You can always get a long way with flattery, they thought. We know that you're truthful and teach the way of God in truth and defer to no one, for you are not partial to any. Tell us then, what do you think? Is it lawful to give a poll tax to Caesar or not? But Jesus perceived their malice and said, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites? Show me the coin used for the poll tax." Now, some states in America charge a poll tax. I don't know whether this state does or not. But this is not the same thing as we think of a poll tax today, because that's for voting rights. This is for existence. And Jesus perceived their malice and said, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites?" That immediately put him on the opposite side of them when he calls them hypocrites. Show me the coin used for the poll tax. And they showed him a denarius, and he said to them, "What likeness is an inscription is this?" They said to him, "Caesar's." Then he said to them, "Then render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." And hearing this, they were amazed, and leaving him, they went away. Do you recall from previous study what a denarius is or was?
1 day's wage.
1 day's wages for a common laborer.